Good morning. This is the Jersey Hermit with another retro video game stream, and today we're going to be playing Traffic Department 2192 for the PC. We're going to be finishing up the story today. We're on the third. We're on the third and final pack. But before we do, we have some business to take care of. We have the drawing for April's $25 gift card. There were 26 entries this time around, and they're randomly on the board. And let's spin the wheel and let's see who wins the gift card. And the gift card goes to it's Taylor Ham. Congratulations, Taylor. I'll get in touch with you after stream in terms of getting the gift card to you. But now let's get the game taken care of. Let's see, fire up the game. We'll put the screen there so I'm not going crazy. And yeah, we're going to do the uncut story because of course we are. All right. So last time out, Lieutenant Velasquez had organized an evacuation off of the planet Setch to the moon Kolor. And that's where we're starting. In a small shuttle above Kolor, Setch's moon. We've crossed into Kolor's dark side, Captain. Keep this crap can close to the ground. The moon's natural surface magnetosphere should inhibit the Vulture's radar. Aye, Captain. Sensors detect several ion trails moving across lunar landscape, probably skids. What's our distance from Volt Kolor? 60 kilovarts. Conduct a topographic sweep for Setchian mining facilities and scan the frontier for power signatures. We need a base with a landing station, something that's been shut down or abandoned. Aye, Captain. 40 radians later. Darn TD pilots. Where did they learn to fly? What did we hit? We had a power surge in the shuttle's port thruster. Sign of age. Nothing serious. A few radians later. I'm tired of following orders from that cyborg. What the heck are we doing out here? This is nuts, Nem. This place ain't safe. Darn vultures are crawling over the darn galaxy. They vaped the whole darn planet. Get a grip, Icona. We've got to stay cool about this and think it out. If we stay, the vultures will be using us to wipe their butts. And you know Velasquez. She doesn't give a darn about anyone, especially us. Velasquez doesn't care about nothing, Nem. She vaped Noyce and Killigan like some kind of scum. Geez, Nem, I darn well liked Killigan. I say we snag this ship and get the heck out of here. Good thinking. Let's make like a bug and bug out. Meanwhile, I found what looks to be an abandoned Kolorite mine, heading 027, distance 6.61 kilovarts. What about a landing platform? There's one in the side of a crater about 10 hectads from the mining station. The two are linked by an access corridor. Any power emanations? Nada. Life signs? Zero. The landing pit looks damaged, but I think we can land on it. Don't think, you'll burst your brain cell. Don't you mean brain cells? You mean you have more than one? Very funny. Koth, chart the surrounding landscape, then land this piece of crap. We've got a base to secure. Yes, Captain. Later, at the scavenger in orbit above Setch, we've reached a Zeta priority transmission from the capital city on Volturnus. The message is scrambled by a level 1 security cipher. I thought you'd like to know. Don't think, Kovia. It worries me. Divert the transmission to my quarters and this time secure the channel. Secure it yourself. Dark side. Later, in an abandoned mining station. Doesn't look like much. You're one to think. Has Beta Team completed its security sweep of the station's sublevels? Those levels have been flooded with Kolorite. I don't care if they've been flooded with sewage. Tell those crapheads to use an ion dispersion screen if they have to. Where's Stryker? Level 2 with Officer Nemechek. Don't let those two idiots blow up the
Curry
power
Toast
systems
has
trying to patch
joined
the
us
security
from Bullet
grids.
Fan.
And while you're down there, get the darned heat turned on it. And tell Carl to prepare my stiletto for recon duty. Hello, Curry Toast. Welcome in. How you doing today? Recon duty? I'm taking the first control. Tell Soba and Nemechek they'll be flying a second patrol to survey the western
Curry
trenches
Toast
in
says
85
good
radians.
morning.
I'll leave you to supervise repairs. Clear? I have to tell you something about Nemechek. Save it. I've got enough on my mind. And Bob, yes, fix that stutter. I'll try. Mining station hangar. 25 radians later. Hold on.
Curry Toast just
Curry
entered
Toast,
the monthly
I gotta
giveaway.
check that text. I think that's wrong. Let me, yeah, okay. I gotta fix the text on that. Let me set that real quick. I know what it did. There we go. All fixed. But the first giveaway drawing in there. What text? The announcement. We got it fixed, though. The security grid's still down, Vel. Stryker says he can have it operational in 3 years if we're lucky. Give Stryker 3 hours. If he's not done by then, shoot him. Hey, my job's to give pilots a hard time, remember? Killing pilots is your department. Watch it, Carl. Sorry, but you really picked one heck of a place for a picnic, Vel. Is this that game you told me about that was like, dude, yes it is. Sorry, but you really picked one heck of a place for a picnic, Vel. All we need now are some insects. I'm talking to one. Cruel, Vel. I just hope I remember to replace the ion stabilizer on that skid of yours. Be a shame if the old one suddenly falls off. Listen, you sack of crap. Oops, looks like our comm link is breaking up. We can discuss this over dinner sometime. Dispatch out. Alright. Stealth recon mission time. Ruby, you may have missed, since you missed the first 2 episodes, they're the ones that are really more like Dune. Yeah, I know that. But the story in this game is hilarious. Okay, what a and what a, neither of them seemed like good people. Yeah, it's more of an anti-hero you get in this game. Back to base after touring the city, Velasquez. Alright, first mission in. After mission. Vel, you'd better get up here pronto. My name isn't Vel. Call me Captain Wad. If you insist. Captain Wad, would you please return to the station immediately? You really tick me off. Well, here's something else that'll tick you off. Nemechek, Icona, and several other TD officers have commandeered the mining shuttle. What? Those crock-crap bastards. Station an armed crew inside the hangar bay and don't let the shuttle leave. I'll be there in 5 radians. 5 radians. Later. Is the shuttle still on the landing platform? Who knows? The stupid security cameras aren't working properly. Communications are screwed, and I haven't a clue what the heck's going on out there. Where's our tech crew? You left them on the planet, remember? Shut up or I'll send you back to get them. Well, if it isn't Captain Cyborg, we're getting the heck off this rock, Velasquez, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. Don't come to me expecting a goodbye kiss, Nemechek. The least you'll get is a blaster to choke on. You may think you've got the whole Vulture Empire by the balls, Velasquez. I just wish I could see them vape your vanadium behind. Does this station have any offensive systems? Zilch. You'll never stop us, Cyborg. We're bugging out, Captain, and we're taking anyone who'll come with us. Halo, Tyrion, Jalkius, none of them want to die fighting for you, Velasquez. No one's that stupid. You are, if you think you can get anywhere in that obsolete piece of crap. Face it, Nemechek, you're as dumb as dirt. Via con Dios, Captain. Give General Creel our regards. Get the heck off my moon. Very diplomatic. I didn't ask for your opinion. There is a bright side, of course. Just about everyone who hates you is dead or gone. Well, that's the first mission of the game. So Velasquez is theoretically the hero of this thing. More of an anti-hero, if you ask me. Next day on the command deck. I want full reports from all officers assigned to recon. We need to determine how much traffic moves through the area before we can begin identifying strategic targets. The communications are working, sort of. It might interest you to know that we've picked up a coded transmission from a Vulture science outpost near the Calavus crater. And there's been an accident. The outpost has requested an emergency shipment of medical supplies and tritherazine. A convoy is leaving from Volt Color within the hour. Find out all you can about the shipment, then instruct Sova and Kellogg to meet me in the Hornet Bay. What's the status of our security grid? Darn power regulators. You were say something about the security grid? I don't want excuses, Stryker. I don't care if you blow every power circuit in the station. I want that grid operational in 1 hour. Ensign Trace is handling power regulation. Trace couldn't handle his if he had 10 fingers on each hand. Let Bob monitor communications. I want you to oversee power regulation from now on. And take Ian with you. Show him how to fuse a power emitter. Ian? My son, you idiot. Aye, Captain. Have you completed the sub-level sweep? Yes, and we found something interesting. Target practice. Who are you? How did you get in here? I am Jakar. We found him and 6 other vultures on sub-level 2. We were not expecting visitors from the planet. Our station scans detected no life signs. It's possible that colorized gas was inhibiting our sensors. Take him to a detention chamber. What about the others? That depends. Prepare this one for interrogation. I'll decide what to do with the others once I've destroyed that medical convoy. Please do not hurt us. We intend you no harm. What did you say? We intend you... Look out that window, you bald-headed bastard. You've destroyed everything. There's nothing left for you to harm. Say something like that to my face again, I swear I'll kill you. I'll blow your gosh darned head off. Get this piece of slime out of my office. The Vulture medics should be in range by now, Vel, but there's no way to know for sure. Any information on the status of the Vulture outpost? Some sort of thermal explosion. Apparently they were drilling into a subterranean magma layer when a thermonide drilling tank blew up. 12 people dead, 25 wounded. They're not people. They deserve to die. Really, Velasquez? Your opinion. It's the only one that matters. Now clear me for departure. This isn't a TD hangar, Vel. I can't keep you here even if I wanted to. I'll bear that in mind. Alright. Time to commit more war crimes, apparently. Okay, it's this way. The convoy is off the security grid. Yes, it is. Okay, back into base. 12 more kills to 33. After the mission. There's been an accident, Vel. Forget to put on your diaper again? One of the power emitters ruptured inside the station subterminus. Trace is dead and 3 other officers are critically wounded. What about Ian? He's in the med facility. Dr. Livid wants to see you immediately. Trace was dead on arrival. An ionic energy discharge blew a hole right through his chest. Koffler was in the conduit when the explosion occurred. The fusion surge disintegrated him. What about my son? He'll survive. His radiation burns were minor, but I haven't finished trading him. Stryker's the same. I'm not so optimistic about Trixel. I don't have the radiation equipment I need to stabilize her condition. Keep me appraised of her status, Doctor. I can't afford to lose any more pilots. I'm sorry if the explosion put a crimp in your plans for conquest. Your brief flicker of compassion is noted, Captain, for all the good it will do my patients. You have a point to make, Doctor? Just thinking about destroying those medical trucks was stupid. Your obsession with killing vultures supersedes any concern you have for the rest of us, and that appalls me. Killing vultures is our business, Doctor. No one else can do it. Besides, there was no way to recover those med supplies intact. That's an excuse. I could have used those medical supplies, Velasquez, and you tried to destroy them. What you need, Doctor, is a shot of reality. What I need are bandages, hyposyringes, plasma infusers, not some blast-happy, biolubricated, bovine-brained brigadier blowing away our best chances of survival. We are not machines that can be replaced. I haven't got time to argue, Doctor. You have a job to do, and so do I. Let me know when you've completed the radiation treatments on my son. Be thankful your son's injuries weren't more severe. He could have died today, no thanks to you. At this rate, you, me, and Bob will be the only ones left in this forsaken department. I wouldn't count on survivors, Doctor, if there are any. On course to Kolor. General, sensors detect a small vessel entering our long-range tactical grid. Load all weapons. Identify the ship. Well, unarmed shuttlecraft with low-yield ion screens. Hello, WhoCraft Live. How you doing today? Not much of a target. Activate the ion dispersion and fire. Disable the shields with a low-level primary spread, then finish them off with a high-level directed ion beam. Meanwhile, in the shuttle's cockpit, our shields just went dead. Yeah, I noticed. Say, Nev, isn't that a vulture ship? No, it's the pizza delivery boy. Excellent shot. Proceed on course to Kolor. I'm doing okay. I'm relaxing today, first day of May and all. Get the second mission in. I don't have time for the third mission before my first self-care break, so we're going to do the self-care break first. And then we're going to pick up the next mission. So, yeah, 60 seconds. I'll see you in 60 seconds. Grab a drink, use the bathroom, something like that. See you in 60. Okay, we are back to the next mission. Conversion tanks. Next evening. First question. Someone removed the power flux inhibitor from the primary fusion conduit in sublevel 1. Were you responsible for this act of sabotage? It was unintentional. We needed the inhibitor to repair another damaged conduit on sublevel 2. Unintentional? Maybe I should unintentionally flood your chamber with concentrated colorite. The experience would be quite excruciating for you anyway. The intention was not to cause injury. You lying slug. You deliberate sabotage killed 3 of my officers and injured my son. I'm sorry for your son and your men. I don't want your sympathy, Vulture. Contact Vice Director Salai in Volt Color. He will tell you what we are and why we are here. I know what you are. You're fly meat. And frankly, scumsucker, I don't give a splattered crap why you're here. You must believe me. We are not what we seem to be. You said your name was Jakar. What is your military rank and current assignment? I have no rank. I am not with the military. Then why do you take orders from Vice Director Salat? He is one of us. Actually, I figured he was the president of the Let's All Be Friends Forever Club, and he sent you here to give us free membership and the keys to Happy Land. But let's just cut the crap, Jakar. I haven't got the time. We were not expecting your arrival. We came here to hide. We are not your enemy, Captain Velasquez. Talk to Vice Director Salat, and he will explain what we are. But I already know what you are, Jakar. You're a sniveling, two-faced, intellect-deprived vulture vermin who's quickly running out of lifetime. Keeping that in mind, I want to know everything you know about vulture operations on Kolor. I know nothing about vulture operations on Kolor. I see. Care for a drink of reactor coolant? Koth, do it. Time's running out, Jakar. You'll be as dead as dog crap in a matter of minutes. Communications is picking up a scrambled transmission. Another medical convoy? No, this one's sent via coded Sigma Wave, directly to this facility. It's Vice Director Salat. Only he knows we're here. Later. Jakar, I have left Volcolor and will be arriving by hover truck in 20 Volrax. Please prepare the facility for my arrival. Everything is in order, Vice Director. The leaders of the Empire are converging on Volcolor. Generals Talon and Marilith are expected to arrive within 8 Volrax. We must begin the infiltration sooner than expected. We are prepared, Vice Director. 20 Volrax, then. A convincing performance, Jakar, almost brought tears to my eyes. Good thing I didn't have to blow your brains out to get it. 25 radians later. Captain Velasquez, I've brought Vice Director Salat. It's about bloody well time. Send him in and wait outside. I'm not the monster you think I am, Captain. I am not a vulture, and neither is Jakar or the others. What are you, then? More rejects from the Ramses Clothing Lab? Ousted members of the I Wanna Be a Krishna Society? I'm afraid you perplex me, Captain. A bent hanger would perplex you. We are Silatic life forms. Amorphic aliens that change appearance by absorbing, imitating, and mutating DNA strands of other creatures. What a load of crock crap. Our race was conquered by the vultures, much like yours. Look around, Vapor Breath. Do we look conquered to you? Survivors of my world were scattered throughout the universe. I came here, insinuated myself into the vulture's echelon of command, and now I use my influence to help others of my kind assimilate into vulture society by giving them DNA to absorb. Nice sci-fi story. What do I look like, a destitute network producer? Captain, please, in less than 12 Tamarex, the Overlord himself will set foot on Kolar. The warcruiser Vortex is transporting him from the Vulture homeworld. The cruiser's Nightmare and Malevolence have already entered the Section system, en route to Kolar. I fail to see where this is leading. Get to the point, Salat. We intend to replace the Overlord with a Salatic duplicate, once we acquire a sufficient sample of his DNA. Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I've interfaced with the Vulture security net in Volcolor. What have you learned? SecNet has dispatched several armed skids to sweep the trenches for intruders. Don't look so surprised, Captain. What do you expect when you destroy a Vulture medical convoy? I expect Salatic crapheads like you to keep their mouths shut. Salatic what? Not you, Buckethead. Sorry. By the way, there's a large consignment of crystal and bluerite moving through the trenches towards Volcolor. Instruct Kalen and Selenar to ready 3 Hornets for departure. The convoy won't get far. You cannot risk any further provocation. This will only jeopardize yourselves and our operation. I don't give a darn about your operation, Salat. You cannot fight violence with more violence, Captain. The only hope for peace is spare me the good Samaritan speech. I'm not playing for peace. Koth, escort this pile of vulture vomit to detention. If he resists, vape him. Okay. Let's look at the map. Okay, there it is. To my north from the main Dragon town. Sweep the trenches to destroy any patrols. Okay. Let's do that. And return back to base. Hello, main event. Welcome in. How you doing today? Okay. Mission successful. We're up to 46 kills. Definite improvement. More advanced fighting skills needed. After the mission, Trixel's dead, Val. Died of radiation poisoning at 0850 hours. What about Ian? Diva says she'll live. Stryker, too. Good. When Stryker's finished jacking off, tell him to repair that fuse conduit and tell him to keep his microscopic mind on what he's doing. I want Dr. Livid to perform a genetic scan on the Vulture Jakar. Inform me when the scan is complete. Only if you say please. How'd you like your face turned inside out? Later. Darn, headaches are getting bad. Sorry to disturb you, Captain, but a large vulture ship has entered our detection grid. We've been over this 1,000 times, you Duranian dildo. Shut down all power systems and alert the recon officers on patrol. Is there something wrong? Just go to hell. Oh, boy. What's that passing over the station? That's one big ship. How am I supposed to deal with it? Don't let size intimidate you, Marta. The bigger they are, the easier they blow up. Father? Ever killed a Bulgar? Darn things are 10 feet tall, but a 6-inch blade through the thumb kills one instantly. How can I avenge your death, even 1,000,000 deaths? You could start by killing those crapheads in detention. I want them to be vultures. I want to inflict pain on them, to make them suffer for what they did to you, Sater, to everyone. That's my little girl. Vape those vulture cowards. I'm not your little girl. Go to hell. Don't become one of them, Velasquez. You're still more Setchian than Cyborg. Remember that. If the woman inside the machine is lost, then all is lost. You're ghosts. You're not real. Get out of my head. You cannot defeat an empire. They must pay for what they've done. What you need is a Solarian Sunripper to clear the head. Think, Velasquez, if you cannot kill 1,000,000,000 vultures, what can you do? I said go to hell. Go to ARG! 3 hours later. What am I doing here? We found you passed out on the observation deck floor. I have to speak with Vice Director Salat now. You're not going anywhere, Captain. I've surrounded this table with a stasis field and administered a dose of letopterol to prevent you from killing yourself. I'll kill you if you don't release me this instant. Your medicine is neither requested nor required, Doctor. Now let me do my darn job. I'm sure Koth can manage things for the time being. That reptilian reject couldn't manage a luggage store. Then let me put this to you bluntly. You suffered a cerebral hemorrhage, a big one. If this should happen again, cyborg or not, you'll be dead as desert dust. Okay. 3 missions down, 17 to go. Mortality rate. Later. I have no intention of dropping dead, Doctor. A pity. Did you perform a genetic scan on Jakar? Your single-minded astonished me, Captain, but I haven't got time for a discussion right now. Answer me, Doctor, before I have you crammed inside a colorite tank. Genetically, Jakar is a vulture. There, satisfied. Now lie there and be quiet. What else? There were some minor genetic mutations in his chromosome. That suggests one of 2 possibilities. Either Jakar is a lab-bred mutant, or a coalescent entity has replicated the real Jakar with virtual genetic perfection. I want to see Salat. Sorry, Captain, but that's out of the question. At the conversion tanks, later. You must let me out of here. I must return to Voltcolor before I'm missed. Detaining me here only threatens the success of our operation. I do not comply with vulture scum, Salat. I am not a vulture. Dr. Livid's genetic scan would seem to support his claim. Perhaps, but I've never trusted doctors either. It is vital that I speak with Captain Velasquez. Can you arrange it? Velasquez no longer commands this facility. You may address your concerns to me. I see. Sir, sensors have just detected enemy skids entering our detection grid. Director Zargon has probably dispatched radar trucks to scan the trenches for signs of intruders. If they detect even the slightest power emanations coming from this base, tell Stryker to deactivate the station's primary power emitters. Shouldn't we dispatch some skids to find the trucks before they find us? Do as I say before I blast you to bits. The power is cut. The power went out. Crap. The stasis field. Velasquez to security control. What the heck is going on? What happened to the power? Captain Velasquez, I thought you were out of commission. Don't count on it, hovernuts. Boy, this is a relief. Who cut the main power without my authorization? Cough. Sensors detected 3 vulture radar trucks in the trenches. How many skids has that snakeskin simpleton dispatched to ionize the trucks? None, sir. I told Koth he should dispatch some skids with... Instruct Sova and Selenar to ready 3 Hornets for immediate departure. Tell Koth to get his lizard legs off my desk and have Salat and Jakar waiting in my office by the time I return. If they're not there when I get back, tell that fork-tongued, fat-headed, ferret-faced flatworm that I'll skin him alive. The doctor said you shouldn't. Don't make me pull your plug. Okay. A little bit slower this time. Where's the convoy? Okay. It's down the main east-west drag of town. Mission over with, Velasquez. Return to base immediately. Alright, 8 more kills takes us to 54. After mission. You know, Vel, you amaze me sometimes. A paperclip would amaze you, slime brain. Need I remind you that 6 hours ago you suffered a brain hemorrhage? If this keeps up, you'll be killing vultures long after you're dead. I have no intention of dying just yet. Well, if it's not too much trouble, Dr. Livid wants to see you. She's more than a bit concerned about your health right now. Tell her to jump in a crater. And have my face ripped off? Sorry, Val, but you'll have to tell her yourself. Of course, I know a way guaranteed to cure almost any ailment. I'd like to think of it as the hands-on medication. I'd rather screw a deck plate. Later on the Scavenger. When are the other generals expected to arrive? Tell me before I have you shot. My lord, the Nightmare is due to arrive in 8 hours. The Malevolence has just passed the inner rim planet of Knossos and should reach orbit in 2 days. What about General Orlok's ship? The Vortex has just entered the system. We expect its arrival in 9 days. Send a transmission to the Scavenger and instruct Commander Kovia to move the ship into high orbit around Kolor. I want General Talon held in space for as long as possible. Yes, my lord. Have your forces located the Setchian renegades yet? No, my lord. We have not yet verified the presence of Setchian renegades in the trenches. A Setchian mining shuttle was detected leaving the planet's atmosphere prior to global sterilization. Our scans confirm it departed from the Darter's Scrape in the northeastern quadrosphere. Do not tell me you can't find any Setchians in the trenches, Commander. They are there. The shuttle which landed on Kolor has since departed for deep space, my lord. Perhaps the Setchians merely picked up supplies and left. Security believes that a splinter faction may be responsible. I'm not asking for an opinion, Commander Ossiluth. Even if I wanted one, which I don't, I wouldn't consider asking an idiot like you. Of course not, my lord. I don't want to hear any more about splinter factions. I want those Setchians found. I want them ionized before the other generals arrive. If these Setchians continue to be a nuisance, Commander, I will have you and your entire squad jettisoned into space. Do I make myself clear? Crystal clear, my lord. Alright. Next mission. Later in the detention cells. It is imperative that I return to Volt Kolor at once. If I let you go, I risk violating the security of this station. Your ability to deceive others has gotten you this far, Salat. Revealing our location to Director Zargon would certainly help to cement your position within Vulture Chain of Command. Don't think for 1 minute that I trust you with my life. Surely you're convinced by now that I am not a vulture. You may have convinced Dr. Livid, but I'm not some witless witch doctor. Dr. Livid's genetic scan hasn't convinced me of anything. You'd better get used to this station, Vice Director, because I'm not about to release you from it. Then our mission has ended in failure. Zargon's forces will eventually find us, and the last remnants of 2 proud cultures will be destroyed forever. Mine to destroy, huh? Next morning on the command deck. Where did you get that vulture helmet? Stop playing with it. One of the vultures gave it to me. I want to keep it. I said put it down. Mom, is it okay if I talk to Jakar? Stay away from him. But he's not a vulture. He said so. He says he's from the far away and he looks like a vulture to trick the other vultures, but that he's not really a vulture at all. What else did Jakar tell you? That he's a blob. Is that all? Jakar says he's going to turn into the biggest vulture of all. Jakar says he's going to make the other vultures not fight us anymore. Hello, Ashik. Welcome in. So that's what he says. Later in the detention cells, how are you planning to explain your absence from Volt Kolor to Director Zargon? Why would such information interest you? Just answer the darn question. One of my duties as Vice Director is to conduct routine inspections at the crystal and bluerite mines along the moon's dark side frontier. When production lags, it is within my purview to conduct surprise inspections, especially when the frontier is plagued with rumors concerning splinter factions. Jakar and the others were simply a ruse. Whenever you needed a reason to leave the city, you ordered them to attack a transport convoy or sabotage a bluerite mine. More or less. We never harmed anyone, of course. Our oath of nonviolence forbids it. Jakar and the others would simply make their presence known. What's your cover, Salat? If I were not your prisoner, Captain Velasquez, I would currently be conducting a surprise inspection of a bluerite mining facility, searching for possible saboteurs or splinter faction sympathizers. Under normal circumstances, I'd find no evidence of either. What reason would you have to prolong your absence from Volt Kolor? Assuming Director Zargon hasn't guessed my true intentions, he might assume I'd found something undesirable during my inspection. What if there was an actual incident at the mining station during your inspection? A sabotage attempt, for instance. You're not thinking about answer the question. I'd be compelled to take control of the situation and report my progress to Director Zargon. Looks like you may get the chance. Do as I say, Vice Director, and you may just get back to Volt Color in one piece. 25 radians later. Crystal and Bluerite. Volt Color relies on excessive amounts of this substance to power its particle shield and Urian pulse reactors. The crystal is also manufactured into a gaseous plasma that propels the largest vulture ships, the Star Cruisers. For security reasons, all factories which manufacture Bluerite are contained within the city. Only the initial mining occurs outside Volt Color's perimeter. I've managed to acquire detailed blueprints of the mining station Karuvia 2 from SecNet files. It's located near the outer edge of the Karuvia's crater. What do you intend to do, Captain? What I do best, Vice Director. Have Stryker rig a Molotov warhead to a loaded Colorite transport. Yes, sir. Is violence your only weapon, Captain? It's the only one I need. I also require your clearance code to get that truck inside the station. Either you give it to me now, or I'll send you back to Volt Color in a vanadium urn. Tell Stryker he's in command till I return. Sova and I will escort the Colorite transport safely to Karuvia 2. When the truck reaches its destination, a Molotov warhead strapped to the Colorite tanks will blow the mining station to bits. Good luck, Velasquez. There's a lot of vultures out there today. I don't need advice from a dispatcher with the brain power of a dead battery. Speaking of batteries, Val, when was the last time someone recharged yours? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Once the truck is safely on its way, Sova and I will delete any vultures left in the trenches. When I return, I want this facility ready for evacuation. Evacuation? But Stryker just got the power grid stabilized. Give him a cookie and then tell the craphead to get packing. Escort mission. Oh no. I just love escort missions. Where are you turning? Okay. So far, so good. The truck is safe. Okay, cool. Let's blast some vultures then. Okay, now we should be safe to go back. Okay, 7 more kills to 61. Later. What do you mean destroyed? Our relay station is no longer receiving a transmission from the Karuvia 2 facility, and we've registered a large Colorite explosion in the vicinity. Several unidentified skids have been detected moving through the trenches, but the moon's magnetosphere makes confirmation difficult. Welcome in, your Royal Toughness.
Royal Toughness just ordered a pizza.
Difficult? Those irritating pests are Setchian's commander, nothing more. They want to get our attention by crippling Bluerite production, and your utter incompetence has allowed them to run rampant in the trenches. Vice Director Salat reports that a splinter faction has taken full responsibility for the attack. He and his staff managed to escape and are scheduled to... I want to see this, Salat. In the meantime, Commander, you will continue your search for the Setchian terrorists. Yes, my lord. I will station additional squadrons of skids at every Bluerite mine in the Dark Frontier. You insect-minded imbecile! The Setchians will anticipate that. They have 10, possibly 12 skids available. They will not risk losing their vehicles in a one-sided military confrontation. My lord, what would you have me do? If your sensors detected a Colorite explosion, Commander, your task is obvious. Search every Colorite production facility, operational and abandoned, within 500 kilovolts of Karuvia 2. The Setchians certainly didn't bring the Colorite with them. I will commence the search immediately, my lord. You have until General Talon arrives. Okay, so we're going to save. And we're going to take a self-care break. I'll see you in 60. Okay, we're back. Let's go to the next mission, shall we? Above Kolor, two ships circle each other.
A Royal Toughness beamed in from the bot squad.
Arm all weapons and route power to the forward particle shield. Tellarite torpedoes armed, Commander. Orion pulse emitters
A
fully
Royal
charged as
Toughness
well.
has joined us
Hold
from
position
Bullet
to
Fan.
counter any maneuver the other ship makes. Sir, I'm receiving an uncoded transmission from General Talon's ship. Uncoded? Engage primary vid conduit. This is no way to greet the next Overlord of Volturnus, Commander Kovia. Lower your shields and let my ship pass. Hello, Reaper of Games. Welcome in.
Reaper of Games 1991 just
My
ordered a
orders are clear,
pizza.
General. You will stand down and await instructions. I wait for no one, Commander. I did not travel all the way from the Lyco system to be detained by a third-rate ship's commander who's twice failed to win
Reaper
a
of
promotion.
Games
You one-eyed worm.
1991
If
beamed in from
by
the
some
bot
remote
squad.
chance you're named as heir to the Empire, then I will obey your commands. Not before. You will hold your position here.
Reaper of
until the
Games
other generals arrive. Otherwise, I will
1991 has
execute my
joined
orders
us
to
from
scatter your
Bullet
atoms
Fan.
across space. Charming as a Lycosian razor beetle, your threats do not frighten me, Kovia. I have a meeting with General Creel on Kolor. Now move aside. Make me a new face. Oh yeah. Holy camole. Problem, Lieutenant? Sorry, Captain, I almost didn't recognize you. Are the transports ready for departure? We've refitted one Kolorite transport to hold weapons. The other two are still being modified as personal carriers. With the Vice Director's permission, we'll use his truck to transport our medical and tech supplies. That is not the Vice Director's decision to make, Lieutenant. Sorry, Captain, I was attempting to have some courtesy. Don't kiss your simple-minded suck-up. Cram everything you can into the Kolorite trucks and leave the rest behind. Vice Director Salat will not be joining us. How will we penetrate the city's defense perimeter? I've already given your little robot the necessary clearance codes. There should be no problem. When you enter Voltcolor, proceed directly to the Beta Quadrant, General Orlok's sector of the city. This General Orlok, is he a decent man? He is sympathetic to our cause, and he has the Overlord's ear. How does that help us? The Overlord listens to Orlok, and Orlok wants a peaceful end to the strife in our galaxy. Peaceful vulture sounds like an oxymoron to me. You should know all about morons, Lieutenant. Speaking of morons, tell Koth to release the other Salatics in custody and escort them to the personnel transport. Jakar and the others will be coming with us, as our insurance policy, and tell Dr. Livid to take DNA samples of all personnel for future use. Whatever you say, Captain. I cannot fathom how you earn their loyalty. I just shoot the disloyal ones. I see. It's not enough you look like a vulture, you have to act. Don't test your luck with me, Salat. My heart's made of metal, and so is my conscience. On the subject of DNA, General Orlok has promised to bring a tissue sample taken by the Overlord's physician. When the time is right, the Overlord will be removed and Jakar will take his place. You see, according to Orlok, the Overlord is dying. He is coming here to name his successor. So you've conspired with Orlok to eliminate him. How noble. The Overlord is already dead, Velasquez. We must take advantage of his misfortune before someone else does. Traditionally, the new Overlord is determined by military status. 4 generals are vying for this highest honor. Between them, they've conquered or decimated more than 50 civilizations, mine and yours among them. To keep the peace, each general has been assigned one quadrant of the city. Orlok occupies the Beta Quadrant. Talon, Merilith, and Creel command the remaining 3. There exists a mutual, if tenuous, concession among the generals not to invade each other's territory. Jakar must be installed before a successor is named. The last thing we need is a genocidal jack-off like Creel in command. Exactly. Jakar will be the perfect facsimile. Genetically identical to the real Overlord, yet perfectly healthy. Once he is installed, Jakar can work with Orlok to establish peaceful relations with previously conquered worlds. None of the other generals are as willing to use their power constructively. Or maybe Orlok's as ruthless as they come. Once he gains control of the Overlord's empire, what's to keep him from destroying you and anyone else who gets in his way? Has that even occurred to you? We have faith in him. Faith is for desperate people who can't defend themselves. We can. Orlok destroyed my world, Captain, in much the same fashion as Creel destroyed yours. Yet I trust him for reasons I cannot explain. It's easy to hate a mortal enemy, Velasquez, but we Salatics aren't a hateful race, nor do we wish to become one. Hello, Imposter Cure. Welcome in. How you doing today? How pathetic. Later. We've rigged the power emitters to feed back on themselves as soon as someone reactivates the security grid. That should kill a few vultures. Is there a problem, Lieutenant? No, Captain. It's just, well, what? I'm not used to seeing you as a vulture. Dr. Livid did a good job. Excuse me? Green is your color? Come a little closer and say that. Back to the hangar. Sova will escort the transport safely into Volcolor using the stolen Vulture 1 skid and Salet's clearance code. The rest of us will have to blast our way past the Vulture patrols. Just where is Salet? Probably in Volcolor by now. Koth, you will lead Hornet Wing Alpha. I'll lead the Stilettos. Striker, you're in command of Hornet Wing Beta. Try not to get your butts blown off. No thanks to you, Captain. I can barely see out of my right eye. Just keep your other eye open. No one's stopping to scrape you off a trench wall. Thanks for trying to cheer me up. Next time, don't bother. Alright. Ensure the safety of the evacuation. Oh, it's another escort. I just love escort missions. No, I don't. Yep, they're going this way. Okay. Where are they? Leave the city via the main road to the west. That's where I am. Okay. 3 more kills to get to 64. It's going well today, so we're relaxing. Above Kolor, we're under attack by General Talon's ship. Return fire. Disable their weapon and propulsion systems. Kolor VCI, a few radiants later. Vice Director Salat, I presume. What a pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your report on the destruction of the Karuvia 2 mining facility intriguing. I'm eager to learn more about this so-called splinter faction which has infested the trenches surrounding Volcolor. Deadly defense. Where is Director Zargon? The Quasarian Silver Shark has a most voracious appetite. If he were alive, I'm sure Director Zargon would agree wholeheartedly. That is, if his heart were still whole. Then Zargon is shark meat. The face of command in Volcolor has changed for the better. From this point forward, you will address all matters of concern to me. Sorry to disturb you, my lord, but several unidentified skids have breached the ion barricade. Activate the Negaton defense screens, Commander. I want the intruders obliterated. Bear in mind the penalty for failure. So, this is set on originally a desert planet. It's a sci-fi game involving a resistance against an empire. I compare it to Dune. It's not a text-based adventure, no. The other commanders have been alerted. We will not fear you, Pillar. Your splinter faction, no doubt. Meanwhile, vultures are closing in. Proceed to the coordinates specified by your onboard computer systems. I'll take out the laundry. Need a hand, Captain? Get a brain striker. Velasquez out. Escort the convoy to the new HQ. Where's it going? Try not to shoot too much. And that's why. Alright, let's try it again. I do not have much health in this scenario. Yeah, it got me again. This is going to be interesting. Okay, there's a patrol ship. Got him. See, I don't know where they're going. Of course, they put me in the ship that doesn't have much hull integrity left. Okay, we made it. After mission. I don't care what that Solarian suitcase says. I want those stilettos modified to carry more missiles. But we barely have enough missiles to arm the Hornets. Access SecNet and locate the nearest Vulture armory. We'll need extra missiles. What with those stupid negaton fields blocking half the streets. Raid an armory? You're kidding, right? We're also running low on ions. Tell that lizard-faced lugnut to ready 3 ion trucks, 2 of them modified to carry missiles. Tell him I want them ready by 2600 hours. 5 radians later. Have you completed the alterations, Doctor? The striker's done. You'll notice I even covered up his black eye. Devlin and Sova will have to wait, though. I've got 3 officers with ion burns who will require immediate treatment. Spare me your belaborment, Doctor. I need Devlin and Sova on deck in 30 radians. I'm a doctor, not a face painter. These things take time. You have your deadline, Doctor. Koth, get me a secure channel to Vice Director Salat's office. I need to know when the other generals are slated to arrive and where the bastard Creel is. Later. Tell me, Vice Director, how do you suppose the Setchians acquired the clearance codes to the city's ion barricade? I know nothing about Setchians. I was sent by Director Zargon to inspect the Karuvia 2 mining station. There was an incident. Yes, I know. A very suspicious Coloroid explosion. According to your report, you claim the unprovoked attack was committed by a Vulture Splinter faction. That is what I believe. I do not. In fact, Vice Director, I believe you are lying to me. Let me show you what happens to subordinates who lie to me. You see, Mala, how easy the nerves respond to pain. Let's assume for the moment that you, Vice Director, allowed the Setchians access into Voltcolor. What possible reason could there be for such traitorous behavior? I'm waiting, Salat. More pain? I know nothing about Setchian infiltrators. They must have allied themselves with Director Zargon. How convenient that Zargon is dead. Let me ask a more pointed question. Have you ever, in your worthless lifetime, heard the name Velasquez? Marta Louise Velasquez, to be exact. No, I do not know this person of whom you speak. I've never heard such transparent lies. Observe, Mala, how persistent pain brings the subject closer to death. Salat writhes in pain. Alright, let's save. Okay, they just didn't let us save between the 2 missions. Okay. We got time for another one. The Vulture ships continue to circle above Kolar. Damage assessment. Particle screens buckling. Propulsion and Tellarite torpedo systems inoperative. Discharge forward Urion emitters. 10-degree dispersion field. What's the status of Talon's ship? Moderate damage to ship's maneuverability. Minor hull penetration and weapons damage. Send transmission to Voltcolor and alert General Creel. Inform him that Talon has penetrated our blockade. Superior firepower. Meanwhile, Salat's agony continues. Time's running out, Vice Director. As much as I enjoy watching you writhe in agony, I've got bigger birds to contend with. I do not know anyone named Velasquez. I do not know where the Setchians are. You have the determination of a trained soldier, Vice Director. But if it comes down to sheer willpower, Salat, yours against mine, I guarantee you will lose. I suggest you tell me where the Setchians have hidden themselves. No one can survive the levels of pain I am prepared to inflict upon you. I give you one last chance to confess your treason, Salat, before I reduce your mind to ionized mush. Tell me where the Setchians are hiding. Salat's not answering our transmission, Vel. I don't know what it means, but I don't like it. Salat's probably told them everything by now. You don't know crock crap, Carl. Discontinue the transmission before someone else detects it. Now, has Bob acquired the clearance codes to the Vulture Armory? They've been programmed into the transport's computers. Stryker and the others shouldn't have any trouble getting in. Getting out's the tricky part. It won't take the Vultures long to realize what's going on. This tank packs enough firepower to blow away half a city block. I think I can handle a few Vultures. Be careful with that slug, Vel. That's no stiletto you're flying. No crap. Actually, I thought it was an ice cream van. The Class 3 shields can absorb those negatron fields a bit more effectively. Remember, though, you're not invincible. Bite your tongue, Worm Breath. Now clear me for departure. First, be a good girl and blow me a kiss. I'll blow you away if you don't comply. Okay. Yeah, this thing is slow. Return back to base immediately. Okay. Incomplete. You're endangering everyone's life with your failures. Say, Vel, what happened to the other transports? Those idiots couldn't fly a kite, let alone a weapons transport. More officers bite the dust, huh? That won't look good on your resume. Your face wouldn't look too good with a pair of ion cannons rammed up your nostrils. Good point. I guess we should be happy. At least you came back. Check your math, Molotov Brain. Those transports were too important to lose even one. Okay. So I got to do better than that. Return back to base immediately. This thing is slow as crap. I have a feeling this isn't going to be good enough. Yep. It's not going to be good enough. Okay. We're going to pause. We're going to take our self-care break now and get it out of the way. And then we're going to try it again. All right, let's try this again. There's 3 ships. There's 3 trucks. I think I have to safely escort them all. I think I'm going to be good this time. I didn't blow up any of them this time, I don't think. Yep, there we go. Later. You said you wanted to see me? I hear you've been spending time with my son, Ian. Ian and I have just been passing time. I don't care if you were passing wind. I didn't give you permission to be with my son. We look very much alike, you and I, yet you distrust me because of my appearance. I distrust everyone, Jakar, but Ian has some more important lessons to learn than the one you've been teaching him. You believe that a day will come when vultures will be our friends. Well, I've got news for you, Blobblut. So long as I possess the will to kill, that day will never come. So that is the lesson my son must learn. Later that night. Your ability to withstand pain is remarkable and futile. Your Setchian friends have just raided one of our armories and killed hundreds of innocent people. It would help me immensely to know where these vermin are hiding. Beta? You mean the Beta Quadrant? Tell me where. Where in the Beta Quadrant? Tell me where, you treacherous pilot. Holy crap, he's changing form? Shoot it, you fool. Yes, sir. Darn Solatics, the remnants of an extinct race returned to plague us. Tell Commander Osaluth to search the Beta Quadrant. Keep me apprised of his progress. Okay, we got through mission 8. We've got 12 to go. Later. Hold on. I gotta fix that one too. I forgot that one was in there. Time-based announcements, edit. There we go. That should fix that for the next time it runs. Okay. So far, my patrols have been unable to locate the Setchians. Why doesn't that surprise me? These Setchians are like rug roaches, Commander, insidious and persistent. They scuttle into their little hideaways to avoid scrutiny, crawling back out the moment your back is turned. I want those skittering bloodsuckers exterminated. Somehow they found a way to access and decipher code SecNet files. They seem to know our security procedures better than we do. Then change them. I don't want excuses, you worm. I want security to pinpoint the invasive access signal and trace these pests to their lair. It will be done, my lord. I hope I'm not intruding. Am I late? Not late enough. Bob says there's a major shipment of crystal and bluerite entering the city via the northern corridor. I intend to take it out. Excuse me for asking, but wouldn't that just tick Director Zargon off? Bob doesn't think Zargon's in command anymore. We've intercepted several new directives from General Creel. Okay, let me rephrase my question. Won't that just tick off General Creel? You have a better plan, Melon Brain? Well, forgive me for saying so, but there's no way in heck I can match forces with General Creel. I wouldn't pull his if you know what I mean. I don't pull, Carl. I hack it right off. That goes for any bozo who gets in my way. Ouch. Remind me to keep a screen between us. I see I'm finally getting through. Now clear me. All right. Back in the... As it heads south, huh? Let's be smart about this. If it's moving...
Raid of 22 viewers by Barter underscore D underscore raps.
Raid of 22, my goodness. Welcome in, Raiders. So, my name's the Jersey Hermit. I'm a retro streamer, and today we are playing Traffic Department 2192, which came out for the PC back in 1994. Destroy the other ships and return to base.
New follower, Starbug60.
So how was the rest of your Elder Scrolls stream, Batir? You had me at retro. Yep, I play nothing on this stream that isn't at least 20 years old. 9 more kills. You're becoming a real nuisance, Val. Creel's got every vulture skid in the city looking for you. What have you learned? That you are truly the center of the universe. Are you trying to be smart? Wouldn't think of it. Later at the VCI, I've assigned you to the Delta Sector. I don't want the Delta Sector. The Alpha Sector has a better view, and it's the largest. I control the Alpha Sector, you moron. Be thankful you have anything. I believe that's my desk. Step aside. Your desk? This entire system is under my domination until the Overlord himself relieves me of command. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, given your deliberate destruction of the Setchian spice trade. Your dominion will become a piece of the galactic pie, my friend, and I shall devour the biggest chunk of all. The Overlord is still hailing my brilliant triumph in the Lycos system. While you have sniffed the spice of a worthless world, I have conquered a dozen wondrous planets. When I am declared rightful heir to the Overlord's throne, it will be a momentous day, and I shall relieve you of command myself. If you weren't so full of yourself, you'd be full of crap. You truly believe the Overlord is pleased with the way you ravaged Oscopus 4? The only throne you'll ever sit on is the Overlord's toilet. Alright. 9 missions down, 11 to go. Let's see where we are. Next day in the medical room, I suggest, Captain, that you let Stryker lead this mission. You're in no condition to pilot the skids safely. The issue is not debatable, Doctor. Bob's pinpointed a medical storage facility in the Gamma Sector. You want medical supplies? I can get them. Stryker couldn't get the flu on a rainy day. A brain hemorrhage has many symptoms, not the least of which is the sudden breakdown of simple and complex thought processes. You may start to lose your mental facilities. Doctor, the only thing I'm losing is patience. Captain, your brainwave patterns are off the scale. So's your weight. Must you insult everybody like that? If it weren't for those cybernetic biomatrices in your brain, you'd be a vegetable by now. I suppose you can thank Dr. Ramses for that. I wouldn't. Although his technology is keeping you alive, it's also what's killing you. Maybe you should think about that, Velasquez. Are you finished? Because if you're not, I'll do everyone a favor and blow your head off. Your lectures are enough to turn anyone into a vegetable, hemorrhage or not. Fine, do what you want. When the brain hemorrhage finally kills you, I hope you're doing 460 down a trench. 25 radians later. The entire sector is crawling with vultures, babe. Good luck trying to get through undetected. Who needs luck? Luck is for the dip who doesn't know his from the cleft in his chin. Well, I resemble that remark. Kellogg and Tercion will take to the streets in stilettos and draw enemy fire. When they've led away most of the vulture boneheads, I'll escort Sova's transport to and from the medical facility. Just like that, huh? It's called the decoy ploy, moron. Look it up. Under D for decoy? No, under P for pea-brain. Now clear me for departure before I clear you for life. Oh, I'm in another Vulture 3. Oh, I just hate these things. The med truck has left. Oh, cripes. I just shot the thing out and I'm going to have to do this again, aren't I? It's going to give me an operation incomplete. Well, what happened to Sova? File him under D for destroyed. So much for the decoy ploy. Another one bites it. You want to be next? Oh, boy. Yeah, it's going to make me do it again. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, you can't go through those. That's good to know. The med truck has left the hangar. Are you coming up behind me? Yes, you are. So we're going to shoot in front of us. Oh, crap. We just lost, and we got to do it again. I'm just going to destroy the ship, because that's going to be quicker. Okay. Okay. Here comes the ship. I should be safe this way. I just love escort missions. No, I don't. Okay, that should be good. Okay, we made it through that mission. I see you ran into a few vulture interceptors out there. Is that a blast hole in your hull? How would you like a blast hole in your forehead? Those stripped-down vulture ones were no match for this tank. I've seen cardboard targets put up a better fight. Someone should tell Creel he needs better skids. Either that or better pilots. What Creel needs is a skewering rod through his crap-filled skull. That too. Alright, save. And I think that was mission 10, right? Yeah, it was mission 10. So we are 10 missions away from the end of this game. You're late, Merilith. One of your planets was in my flight path. I destroyed it. I see that decades of war in the Penitad system haven't dulled your sense of humor. Your sense of humor eludes me, Creel. My vessel has obtained orbit. I will join you in Volt Color within the hour. You have until then to prepare for my arrival. My collection of games mostly retro. Cool. I've temporarily bequeathed the city Gamma sector to you. Bah, I have the firepower to crack this moon like a nut. Why the Overlord chose this worthless rock as his nexus eludes me. You control the Orgus cluster, Talon the Kirani belt. Kolor is equidistant from both. Simple geometry. Oh, shut up. Our mission must proceed on schedule. Listen to me, you Salatic Simacrylum. Salat's made no attempt to communicate, nor has he acknowledged our transmission. If Creel killed Zargon, as you say, he probably trashed Salat for kicks. Hello, Scarlet Cherry. Welcome in. How you doing today? Creel's no fool, Jakar. I say Salat's roadkill by now. Without him, your operation is dead as sand squid crap.
Scarlet Cherixo
No,
has
it's not.
joined us
We
from
have
Bullet
another
Fan.
ally in the VCI, Captain. The mission is not over yet. You amorphous a-hole. Why wasn't I told? The Vice Director thought it wise not to trust you with such information. There was no need to divulge the other's identity. Who is it? Tell me, Jakar, before I blast the crap right out of you. The Salatic's name is Osaluth. Naven Osaluth. He's a skid commander. Take me to him. Osaluth's received our coded transmission, Captain. He's agreed to meet you at a neutral site. The coordinates have been programmed into your onboard computer map. You're in command until I return. Do not schedule any attacks until I get back. None, but what if you don't come back? Don't get comfortable, Stryker. I'm not leaving my son in your incapable hands, nor would I trust you with the fate of this department. You disobeyed a direct order to wear the vulture getup, and you expect my trust? Signal the dispatcher to clear me for departure. Velasquez out.
Smothered Butter just subscribed for 19 months.
Thank you for the sub, Smothered Butter. 19 months. How's it been that long? Where am I going? If you're going to be shooting from behind, I'm going to do it this way. We'll fly backwards if we have to. Okay, where am I going? So you're Captain Velasquez, and you're the a-hole who keeps attacking my skids. Salat and I tried to convince General Creel that a splinter faction is responsible for the Caruvia 2 attack, but he's made it clear he wants you Setchians eliminated. Despite my feelings, I am forced to perform my duty. To do otherwise would jeopardize my mission. Instruct your pilots to back off. I've tried. So far, I've managed to keep the location of your hidden base a secret. The other commanders would not be so compassionate. The last thing I need is another compassionate Salatic. You're nothing but a vulture-faced, ion-brained pile of shape-shifting crock crap. General Creel does not like you very much, and I can see why. What happened to Salat? Salat's dead, and so is Zargon. Creel runs Volcolor now. I want to get inside the Vulture Command installation. I want Creel's ion-pocked corpse jettisoned into space. I cannot assist you, not until our mission is complete. Listen to me, you nose-picking pacifist. I'll end your mission right here. I intend to kill that bastard, and unless you agree to help me, I'll vape you, Jakar, and every other Salatic slug I find. If you kill me, one of the other commanders will locate your hidden base and destroy it. Thanks to me, you've only encountered a fraction of the military forces at General Creel's disposal. Thanks to you, my department's been reduced to stealing medical supplies. You have Jakar and the others in your custody. So long as they remain at your base, their lives are in peril. You must transfer them to me immediately. I can protect them in ways you cannot. You couldn't protect a wad of crap with flypaper. I'm afraid I don't listen to me, Ocelot. If you don't help me, I'll contact General Creel myself and tell him you're a Salatic traitor. He'll scatter your amorphous atoms from here to Mossos and kill any chance your mission has for success. You would destroy the last hope for peace in our galaxy? Only a fool would interfere. I'm not interested in peace, Commander. I think Jakar will attest to that. Well, I can give you the means to disable the Megaton defense screens. That's the best I can do for now. As for the rest, I'll see what I can manage. Return back to base. Alright. We can do that. We know where that is. We're all the way over here, though. Alright. Let's get back through. And I'm just telling you right now, we're probably going to be taking a self-care break after this mission is complete. We're not quite... Oh, we're going to have to loop around. Okay. This is the line? This is the line, yes. Fly backwards just in case. Alright. Mission successful. Cavorting with vultures again, Val? How would you like your face strapped to a particle vaporizer? Uh-oh, sounds like Captain Carnage is suffering from cyborg PMS. You don't even know what suffering is. Believe me, Captain, I don't want to find out. Okay, we're going to save. And we're going to take our self-care break, and I'll see you in 60. Okay, we are back. Let's continue. Next day. The Gamma Sector? How dare you assign me to the Gamma Sector? You would prefer to remain in orbit? Fool, if you possess the slightest shred of wisdom, you'd swallow that spitball you call pride and yield the Alpha Sector to me. In 5 days, you'll be addressing me as Overlord anyways. Ah, I see General Marilith has arrived. Go back to the Urgus Cluster, woman. There's not enough space on this rock for the 3 of us. If your brain was 1/50th the size of your ego, you wouldn't have bothered coming. The Overlord has always given me the toughest planets to conquer, and I have never failed. You puerile, pellet-brained powermongers who conquer derelict worlds and decrepit stretches of worthless space don't stand a chance. The Overlord would never select a woman to lead the Empire. A woman's place is next to the throne, not in it. You will choke on those words, I promise you. While you have the upper hand, Marilith, I suppose you could explain why you've brought this clone with you. I am Dr. Bella Ramses. I have come to confer with my genetic progenitor regarding a new device of incredibly destructive power. If by progenitor you mean Dr. Clive Ramses, you're too late. That imbecile was killed by Sechian terrorists in Voltagard. My creator is dead. I believe that's essentially what I said. Do not fret, dear doctor. There are Sechians here in Voltkalor, eager to repent for their sins. General Creel has tried to keep the matter quiet, of course, to avoid humiliation, no doubt. Naturally, he's been able to unlocate these villains. Bah! I've spent the last hour monitoring this city's communication network. Would somebody kindly tell me why, with 5 days remaining until the Overlord's arrival, this city is plagued by vigilantes in armed skids? Tell us, Creel, how do you intend to eradicate this menace? Or would you prefer we did it for you? Hit or missile? We've received a Sigma-coded transmission from your Vulture boyfriend. He's given us the necessary security ciphers to override the negaton fields for a short time. It's about time. Tell Bob to disable the fields once we've cleared the hangar. Watch yourself, Well, the fields will only be disabled for a few minutes before the Vultures install a new cipher series. 6 Blue-Rite transports have entered the city and are headed for the VCI. How many escorts? Trust me, Vel, you don't want to know. But don't worry, we've equipped your stiletto with extra missiles. Like I need them. Now clear me. Destroy the convoy. Oh, I see it. Okay, we got to do better than that. Got him. But then I got vaped. All right, let's try that a different way. We will get this. Fly this way instead. We've made it back. Okay. You're getting rusty, Vel. Those vultures practically had you flying in circles. Go step on a moon mine. Maybe you should see Diva. You don't look too good. Darn headaches. I feel like I've been shot through the skull. Maybe it's a premonition. I know half a dozen pilots who'd love to shoot you in the head. One more smarmy smart remark and you're maggot meat. This had better be important. Sorry to disturb you, Captain, but you told me to contact Commander Ossiluth. Get to the point, Sparkplug, and stop that stuttering. Well, what about him? He's not answering our transmissions. Well, if Creel hasn't killed him by now, I certainly will. Is there anything else? Not really. Then get out, you rattling garbage receptacle. Okay, 12 missions down, 8 to go. A foot in the door. The cybernetic implants are degenerating the nerve endings in your brain, which is why you feel the pain. However, they're also destroying your brain cells. I'd conservatively estimate about 10,000 cells a day. What's your point? That your son is more fit to command than you are. Don't worry, I plan to leave him in charge. You're going somewhere? I found a way inside the VCI, a series of subterranean maintenance tubes under the city. I'm planning to leave this afternoon. Why tell me this? I'll only confine you to a medical bed. I'll rip your head off if you try. No, doctor, what I need is something in case the headaches return. Hello, Dingo Bacon. Welcome in. I'm not in the habit of giving medication to psychotic cyborgs. You're not in the habit of getting your head ripped off either. Take your choice, doctor, one or the other. I see Dr. Livid gave you the medication after all. You could use some medication yourself. I suggest cyanide. You would. Now clear me for departure before I leave boot prints in your face. Not until you tell me where you're going. There's a service conduit to the city's subterranean level located in the Alpha Sector, inside an ion supply depot. I'm going to get my foot in the door. Well, I guess a foot in the door is better than a boot in the face. I can clear you for departure, I suppose. I don't remember giving you a choice. We're blue, right? Yeah. Okay, so that means it's not that I'm targeting anything. I need to go somewhere. Where am I going? Here. Alright. No kills, but that's okay. It got the mission out. Forgive my curiosity, Commander, but why the surprise inspection? Our production status was confirmed only last week. General Creel believes the Setchian terrorists may be operating out of a subterranean annex beneath one of the city's ion depots. Let us hope for your sake, Administrator, the Setchians are not here. Depot Alpha 6 has the best security record in the city. I assure you, Commander Marta, that this depot's security precautions negate any possibility of intruders. I'll have to determine that for myself. Alright. That was an easy mission, so that's good. Inside Out. You're a disgrace to that uniform, Commander. By allowing the Setchians to destroy another Blue-Right convoy, you've crippled the entire city's power supply. These Setchian slugs infiltrated one of our ion depots, killed Administrator Lemure, and planted a muon mine in one of the ion containers. I believe we are close to locating the Setchian base, my lord. You couldn't locate a planet if you were standing on it. Sorry to interrupt your friendly little chat. What are you doing here? I told you to remain aboard the Scavenger. The other generals are monitoring all transmission frequencies, coded and uncoded. I bring a message which must not be overheard. Don't worry about Osluth. He won't divulge anything once I've ejected him into space. We've detected an anomalous energy reading aboard the Malevolence, a power signature unlike any I've ever seen. The clone. I don't understand. When I asked the Ramses clone why he came to Voltcolor, he said he meant to confer with his progenitor regarding a weapon of substantial destructive capability. That space cow Merilith must have brought the weapon with her. She may try to use this weapon against us. We must secure the device for ourselves. We must be careful. What's that noise? I have you now. Die, vulture... No. Velasquez, how in hell... You've killed her. Now it's your turn, you murdering vulture bastard. You'll find me more prepared than Kovia, Velasquez. I am surrounded by an ion field, impenetrable to your ion pistol. Then I'll kill you with my bare hands. You kill her, Osluth. 5 radians later... An excellent move, Osluth. By shooting out the door's keypad, you trapped her behind it. There's nowhere she can run except back into the hands of the guards. We'll take her for questioning and find the remaining Setchians. They will be wiped out. Very good, Commander. You just saved your own life. And yours, my lord. Now hunt down that cyborg before I change my mind. I'll kill that Salatic son of a... Avoid the vulture ships and return to base. Okay. Let's do that. Almost there. Made it. After the mission, jumpin' jingleberries, Velasquez. The whole city's crawling with vulture skids. I want that Salatic bastard Jakar taken to a detention cell. I take it things went badly at the VCI. Things will go badly for you if you don't shut up. Okay, well, we got another mission off the board. We've got 6 to go. The Kohler VCI. I will not be dictated to. I command this city and I control this system. Recent events would seem to doubt your claims. I must admit, I find the entire incident quite humorous. I was especially pleased to learn of Commander Kovia's demise. The Overlord, however, would certainly frown upon your lax security measures. You had this woman in your sights and you let her make a mockery of everything our empire stands for. How you attained this position is beyond me. This Velasquez woman must be a remarkable specimen. How fortunate for you that not all Setchians are so devastating. Vendetta. Your operation is dead, Jakar, and so are you. Ocelith warned you to stay away from the VCI. You should have listened to him. I don't take orders from Salatic scum. Can't you see that violence is not the answer? Haven't you learned anything? Naven did what had to be done. You have no one to blame for yourself. That bastard accomplice of yours screwed up my mission. Now I'm going to screw up his. Die for my homeworld, Salatic craphead. Captain, he's dead. Don't you think you were a little harsh? I want the other Salatics in custody brought to detention and vaporized. Perhaps the strain of the mission has taken its toll. I suggest you see the doctor. I suggest you follow my orders. Mom, is this Jakar? I killed him, Ian. I had to. He was a threat to our lives. He was my friend, and you killed him. I hate you. Ian. Oh, boy. I told you this would happen. It is obvious to me that both your physical condition and your judgment have deteriorated to the point of endangering the lives of those around you. You can't relieve me. You must come to the infirmary for treatment. Do you honestly think I would entrust this department to Stryker or some other half-wit? I am still capable of making command decisions. If it's revenge you're after, Captain, I recommend you leave Stryker and the rest of us out of it. Whatever the vultures did to your father is your business, but this personal vendetta of yours puts all our lives at risk. You know nothing about what those bastards did to my father. I read your file. Do you think I'm an idiot? You're nothing but a self-righteous shaman with crap for brains. An incompetent cleric who couldn't cure a bad case of hemorrhoids. Let me give you a piece of advice, Captain. I don't care how long you sit here plotting the destruction of your enemies, but there's a young boy in the other room who's utterly petrified that his mother is turning into a monster. Velasquez, I suggest you forget trying to avenge your dead father and worry about the welfare of your living son. Later. Sorry to disturb you, Captain. Please don't vaporize me. What is it? We've picked up a coded transmission. Let me guess. Commander Ocelith. Well, not exactly. You and I have a score to settle, Velasquez. You want me, I want you. It's time one of us ended this vendetta. Sorry, Creel, but I've had enough fried buzzard for today. Maybe some other time. Time's running out for you and your troublesome minions. I have sworn to erase you from this universe, even if I have to sterilize every habitable globe in the galaxy to do it. You couldn't sterilize a septic tank. It was I, General Creel, who conquered your planet, ordered the attacks on your desert cities, enslaved your populace, and annihilated all who opposed me. It was I, Velasquez, who ordered the assault on Volthaven. The assault which claimed the worthless life of that scum who you once called father. And I have paid you for that, General, through Glacia. I vaped that sack of vomit you once called daughter. You want your son to have a long, healthy life, don't you? Well, he won't have a life at all when I get through with him. I'm sick and tired of this. Cut transmission. Have Stryker prepare a skid for immediate departure. You're not going after Creel again, are you? No, actually I heard there's a sale on at the local supermarket. Really? Can you pick me up some nice melons? Like the mush between your ears? No, like the ones attached to your... Listen, Melonhead, I can either blow off my frustrations by vaping things in the streets or in this hangar bay. Take your pick. Given the option, I prefer you did your business in the streets. Creel is flying in the center of the city at the VCI. I guess I know where I'm going. Your death will be slow, Velasquez. I promise a similar death to your wretched son. I'm tired of games, Creel. Let's just finish this once and for all. You think you can destroy me, fool? You can destroy this skid. My survival is insured. I await you at the VCI. Okay. Hello, AC Metallica. Welcome in. Not that way. Nope, it's around this way. I'm doing okay. Creel's ship has been destroyed. Okay. Hopefully that's all I got to do on this mission. Although I got people shooting from behind me, so we're going to fly backwards. This path is safe. Okay. Up to 120. After mission. Looks like you spread Creel pretty thin, Vel. How do you feel? Vindicated. In fact, I feel like vaping another general. Maybe we should get the heck out of here before someone decides to kick the crap out of us. Get a grip, Carl. It would take a lifetime to kick all the crap out of you. Besides, we still have work to do. Okay, let's see. I'm going to take the self-care break now and get it out of the way. I'll see you in 60. Okay, we are back. Let's go. The moment of truth. Well done, Doctor. The transmolecular device you outfitted for General Creel worked perfectly. In a manner of speaking, General, actually you could say the device didn't really work at all. Yes, it failed to teleport him out of the skid. You possess a sharp wit, Dr. Ramses, as well as a keen mind. Thanks primarily to you, we can continue our mission without that imbecile getting in the way. I promise you your loyalty will be rewarded. Thank you, General Marilith. I could ask for nothing more. Well played, Marilith. You are wonderful when you're devious. Fooling Creel was child's play. Before we're finished, we must remember to eliminate the Doctor as well. No one must know what we're about to accomplish until it is too late. Such wicked duplicity. I adore you when you're ruthless. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Sex, my love? My mind is filled with aplastic thoughts, but passion and power make dangerous bedfellows. Sorry, my love, not until our task is done. Okay. General, I presume. I take it this isn't a social call. I just wanted to thank you for eliminating Creel. I have no private vendettas to settle with you or your people. You will. Either you release this system from Vulture domination, or I'll give you a war you can't win. My, you're a volatile woman. You must have Volturnan blood. I suggest you retract that comment. Naturally, I entertained the thought of simply incinerating the entire moon, but then I figured, why destroy a perfectly good Blue-Rite industry? Of course, if you continue to threaten that industry with your acts of terrorism, you may leave me no other choice. Just try it, you cyclopean sack of crap. I'll blast you across the Caloran moonscape. Several transports have been dispatched from the VCI to pick up consignments of crystal and Blue-Rite. You, Koth, and Jalera only have a few minutes to reach them before they pass through the ion barricade and enter the outer trenches. If Koth and Jalera do their job, we'll only need a few minutes. Instruct that dispatcher to clear us for departure. You're clear. Good luck, Captain. Okay, I see where we're going. It's heading to the south. Okay, so we'll go to the main drag of town and expect them to come this way. Captain, an orbiting cruiser has just released a high-energy cluster headed directly for the city. Oh boy. I gotta get back home. Seems like I can go faster diagonal. going to do that. All right. What happened? Koth and Jalarno were immobilized by a Volaton surge. We haven't been able to make contact with either of them. The captain made it back okay, but just barely. She was unconscious by the time we reached her skid. I'm detecting brainwave fluctuations in her cerebral cortex. It may be too late to stabilize her condition. Doctor, is she going to be okay? Her cybernetic implants were overloaded by the Vulture Volaton surge. I'm detecting massive hemorrhaging in the cerebral core and cerebellum. Darn it, the scanner can't seem to maintain neural stability. It's all my fault. I was the one who detected those darn blue-right transports in the first place. Try not to rust yourself. The captain was fully aware of her condition. She has no one to blame but herself. Would a donation of my internal capacitors help? I don't think that will be necessary now. You mean she's going to recover? I mean she's on the verge of dying. Okay. We're on mission 17 coming up, so that means we've got 4 to go, I believe. Condition critical. We didn't get Velasquez. We do have this Solarian. He will tell us everything we need to know, like the location of the secret Setchian base. I'll begin questioning right away. What a repulsive creature. You're not so sexy yourself. You will suffer for that, Mark Solarian. We should have asked Creel how to work this torture console. Hold on, I think I've got it. Ugh! I killed him. Brilliant. At least we know what that button does. I guess we better bring in the other prisoner, the one called Jalarno. Let's make this effort to keep this one alive, shall we? The base is being overrun by vultures. They're appearing out of nowhere. Activate security screens in all corridors and surface junctions. Move everyone into the evacuation tubes. The vultures have already sealed off the... Carl. You're next, Setchian bastard. I've stabilized the cyborg's neural cohesion matrix. The device should prevent any further biodegeneration. Why keep this thing alive? Destroy such remarkable technology? General, I revel in the chance to study every component, every biomatrix. I could never appreciate you scientists, Dr. Ramses. This cyborg probably destroyed your progenitor, and yet you still feel compassion for it. Not compassion, General. Curiosity. A scientist's flaw. Curiosity killed the cat, Doctor. Just be careful it doesn't kill anything else. Do not worry, General. The neural stabilizer is equipped with a matrix inhibitor. That should keep her inactive until she's taken to my lab aboard the Malevolence for proper dissection. If this cyborg is responsible for killing my progenitor, as you suggest, I want vengeance in the fashion of my choosing. Very good, Doctor. After you've taken the cyborg aboard my ship, outfit the orb of Armis with one of your transmoleculizers. The orb must be ready before General Orlok's warship arrives. Don't move just yet. I haven't deactivated Dr. Ramsey's matrix inhibitor. What's happened? You're in the Vulture command installation. Your neural condition has been stabilized. Where's my department? General Talon had them exterminated. I've secured the skid to help you escape. I've also given you one of Dr. Ramsey's transmolecular devices. Do not utilize it until I say. I will contact you at the Setchian base when the time is right. I should kill you. Save it for later. If you stay alive long enough, I'll give you another chance. I promise. Head directly to the TD headquarters. Alright. Let's do that. We'll go down this way. Okay, this is the long run that I know of on the... Okay, we made it. Destroyed mining session. Oh no. Bob, talk to me. What's happened here? You stupid cylindrical crap bucket. What the heck's the matter with you? What the... He protected me, Mom. He was destroyed and I hid inside him. The little guy was faithful to the end. What have I done? Velasquez has escaped. She commandeered one of our stingrays. Control yourself, Doctor. The cyborg's escape is of little consequence. Outfitting the orb of Armis must be your top priority. See to it immediately. But General, I rendered Velasquez non-functional. There's no way she could have removed the matrix inhibitor by herself. Are you suggesting she may have a collaborator? If she does, rest assured I'll find the traitor. But what about Velasquez? What about my cyborg? It's possible she overheard our conversation regarding the orb. I'm sorry, Doctor, but the cyborg must be destroyed. Okay, 3 missions to go. Conflict of conscience. I was with General Creel in his office the day you killed Commander Kovia. Do you remember? Of course I remember. I still owe you for that. The last thing Commander Kovia mentioned before her death was a deviant energy reading aboard Merilith's ship. Creel was convinced that Merilith had access to a weapon of devastating capability. If this is true, Merilith undoubtedly has it aboard the Malevolence, and she probably intends to use it. The Orb of Armus. That's all I remember from their conversation. Do you know what this orb might be? The planet Armus was once part of the Urgus cluster. The Vultures conquered that piece of the galaxy decades ago. The people of Armus were aggressive like yourself, but their technologies were far superior in every regard. They were futurists. And now they're nothing. But if Merilith has this instrument of Armageddon, what does she intend to do with it? Later, at the VCI, the Lural system has only one exploitable world. The gas clouds of Lural 3 contain crystallite decahydride. The system also makes a perfect launching ground for attacks against the Celtrans of Celtus 2. Would you be willing to bequeath the Lural system to me? Only if you're willing to relinquish your hold on the Kivat system. I understand the caverns on Kivat Minor yield diamonds twice the size of a Celtaran's balls. Consider it a fair trade then. Now, shall we proceed with the Uranabi system? It falls inside Orlok's domain, near the Irian Nebula. Major resources include temporite, liquid vanadium, and of course, slaves. Densely populated? The planet Fangalore has a population of roughly 2 billion. Uznarab had over 1 billion, without Commander Nuros sunk the Western Confident. Nuros, I remember him well. If there ever lived a rival for your affections, it was him. Remind me to have that idiot exterminated. Such jealousy. No need to worry, my love. He's just another piece of the galactic pie. The vortex is due to arrive in a matter of hours. If Talon and Marilyn are conspiring to divide the Empire between them, they'll have to destroy General Orlok's ship when it arrives. Let me get this straight. You expect me to save the Vulture Overlord's life. You and I are alone now, Velasquez. There's no one left to trust. If I can replace the Overlord of Volturnus, there's a chance we can end the tyranny. If Talon and Marilyn destroy Orlok's ship, they'll carve up the galaxy and devour it. Are you suggesting we vape Talon and Marilyn? I'd consider that pretty violent behavior for a Solatic. I'm not asking you to kill anyone. Once I determine the exact location of the orb, you will board Marilyn's ship and steal the device before she has an opportunity to use it. Using the Doctor's transmoleculizer, of course. What's to stop Merilith from opening fire with conventional weapons? Even Merilith's not that brazen. The destruction of the vortex must be instantaneous. She'll never attain power if the Overlord discovers her treachery. You better be right, Oslith. Vaping Solatics has become my hobby. Your son will be safe if he stays within the Sechian base. Several vultures have been dispatched to find you, but they won't bother searching the base once they detect your skid moving through the streets. Just stay alive long enough for me to find Merilith's orb. Okay. Meantime... Oh, this thing is weak. But it has missiles that I'm not touching. Hope you're happy losing all these vulture skids. All right. Oh, we have it. Proceed to the coordinates. Okay. We did long enough. Alright. Got 7 kills while we were at it. Aboard the Malevolence. Weaponry bridge. Later. I have good news. My forces have located the cyborg. Once she's been blasted into ionized bits, the last remnant of a worthless culture will be eradicated. There's no one left to oppose us now. I have even better news. The Vortex has just entered Sechi in space. Excellent. Now begins our legacy, dear Marilith. It's time we paid the Overlords our final respects. Talon out. Report, Doctor. The detonation sequence has begun. I'm fitting the containment unit with the transmoleculizer now. You have 30 seconds until transport. Meanwhile, on the weaponry bridge, General, we're receiving a coded transmission from the Vortex. Open a vid conduit, you idiot, quickly. General Marilith, I bring the Overlord of Volturnus. His arrival honors us, General Orlock. Prepare to receive landing instructions. Marilith out. When Orlock's ship explodes, send a signal to Voltcolor informing General Talon of our victory. Allow him a moment to gloat, then destroy the city with a Tellarite spread. Suddenly, in the cargo bays... What the? Where did you come from? Shut up and don't move. You're too late, Velasquez. Once activated, the orb can't be shut off. That's fine by me, Squidbrain. All I want is the transmoleculizer. You can't take that. Watch me. So long, Doctor. Oh, crap. Back on the weaponry bridge. 5 seconds until transport and detonation. 4, 3, 2, 1. Transport has been initiated. And a new era of conquest has begun. General, the cyborg managed to steal the transmoleculizer off of the orb. She's been transported out of here, and the orb... The Malevolence explodes. Meanwhile, on the bridge of General Orlock's ship... Do I know you? The question is, General, do you want to? Alright. 2 missions to go, I think. Polar VCI. I am returning to my ship. Prepare my shuttle for immediate takeoff. The shuttle is waiting, my lord. I have taken every possible security precaution to ensure your safe departure. Notify the Nightmare of my imminent arrival. I place you in charge of Voltcolor, Commander. Enjoy it while it lasts. I'll endeavor to try, my lord. Creel's shuttle starts across the moon. And suddenly explodes. Talon's shuttle has left. Everything is falling into place. Naxar, new men, goodbye, General. May your sabotage shuttle serve well. Last kill and testament. I see that you left the Overlord aboard your ship. Very wise, General Orlock. After what the Splinter faction did to General Talon's shuttle, one can never be too careful. My condolences regarding Vice Director Salat. I've brought the DNA sample he requested. I'm not interested in the Overlord's DNA, General. I see. You want me. I want you dead. I'm not the forgiving fool Salat was. You destroyed my world, my race. You will pay dearly for the destruction and decades of anguish you've caused. Destroying me won't change anything, Commander. Oceluth, listen to him. Pretend for a minute you have a brain. You, Velasquez, you of all people should understand. Did you not feel the same way about General Creel? Isn't that why you killed him? Creel's dead, Velasquez, but he didn't conquer my planet. This bastard did. You don't truly want revenge, Commander. Even now you try to deceive us. Be silent. Do you honestly believe I conquered your race without first understanding it? Salatics aren't pacifists. They're manipulators. Their very existence is based on half-truths and deception. Tell us, Commander, what do you really want? First, General, I'm going to reduce you to ionized sludge. Then I'm going to absorb your DNA and take your place. Very clever. With the other generals gone, your ascension to the Overlord's throne would be assured. You Salatic slime! You sabotaged Talon's shuttle and used me to destroy the others. I knew you wouldn't pass up the chance of rid the universe of Creel and Marilith. If I had more time, I'd have tricked you into annihilating Talon as well. Salat never knew quite how to handle you, Velasquez, but I've encountered your type before. Just as Salatics manipulate their physical forms, so too they manipulate those around him, in ways they aren't even aware of. Don't listen to him. You and I are fighting a war against an intractable enemy, Velasquez. I'm fighting mine the only way I can. I ended my war, now end yours. I'd rather die. Your species taught me that violence is not the only solution. Many lives were lost before I learned that lesson. Listen to me, Oceluth. Vengeance alone is not enough, nor would it have saved my son. General Orlock promises freedom for the systems under Vulture tyranny. Fighting him will only cost more lives. And you trust him? No, not yet, but to quote Salat, I have faith in him. Then you're too stupid to live. I will have my revenge. He transforms and leaves. He's gone, but he will assume another form. Solatics sometimes retain DNA fragments from other creatures in the event their current disguise is revealed. You know them better than I do, General. I'll leave Oceluth in your hands. I have to get to my son before someone else does. Be careful out there. This is TD Captain Velasquez. I've been granted departure clearance by General Orlok. Permission to leave hangar granted. Sechian. Destroy Oceluth. You've joined forces with the enemy, Velasquez. Now you are the enemy. You don't want to be my enemy. In case you've been keeping score, all my enemies are dead. Not this one. Have it your way. In the VCI, you said I have another chance to kill you. You also saved my life. It'll be tough vaping you. Hesitation kills, Velasquez. So do I, Oceluth. Oh, he's in a vulture too. That's not too bad. It's going to take a minute, but we'll get him. If he just keeps looping around, we're taking advantage. You have killed Oceluth. Proceed to the TD base. So now it's just making sure we don't pass through any of those negaton fields. There are none on this path. After battle. You can come out now. Have all the vultures left? All the ones that matter. Come with me. I've got a friend you should meet. Did the Overlord accept your proposal, General? He has declared me his successor. As of now, you command this system. I leave the Warcruiser Scavenger at your disposal. My people will continue to populate your cities and the skies overhead, but only for as long as you wish it. And what are the other systems under Vulture domination? The other generals will not be eager to relent, but they will. They, like me, must learn to coexist rather than conquer. There was a time I did not believe in peace. And now? Now, it's a possibility. May your culture defy extinction, Velasquez, until we meet again. Later. May I play with Mala now, Mother? Yes. I haven't felt this good since I electrified all my capacitors refitting a power conduit. Thanks for having me fixed, Captain. Don't mention it. They did a good job. Oh, and Bob, call me Vel. Vel? Okay, if you insist. And Bob? Yes? Fix that stutter. The end. Okay, there was one less mission. Alright. But that's... Okay, so that's Traffic Department 2192. Thank you for coming in today. Whether you're here for a little bit or a lot, I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, please give a follow or subscribe. You'll be glad you did. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Oh, sorry, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Every Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So here's plan of attack for the next week. Sunday, we're going to be celebrating Black Diamond's birthday, and we're going to be playing Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube. Tuesday, we're going to play Adventures of Lolo 2. We played Adventures of Lolo on Tuesday. We're going to play the sequel next Tuesday. Came out in 1990 for the NES. And then on Thursday, we're going to be celebrating Homeless Ghost's birthday, and we're going to be playing Ty the Tasmanian Tiger for the PS2. So let's see, where am I going to send you guys now, huh? Let's see. Let's send you in to see Kitty Wubstub, who is playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And I want you to please show her the same love that you showed me, okay? So, until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you.